Hey guys, do you ever just get in your Subaru STI in the morning and then you put your key in your ignition and then you turn it on and then you put your foot on the clutch, car's in neutral, and you get that? Well, my car has, the battery on this car is steadily just decreased in voltage to the point where it just doesn't even want to start now, so I have not been able to drive this car for 2 weeks. So today, what we're going to be doing is swapping out the battery right here. This is like a CarQuest battery. I don't know how old it is. When I bought this car, this is the battery that it came with. So it could be 4 years, it could be 6 years, who knows. And we're going to be swapping out for this Odyssey PC680 battery. It's a lightweight battery. It's about 15 pounds. Depending on what your current battery is, it's going to be a weight savings of anywhere from 25 pounds to 18 pounds. So this battery, when I ordered it, it came with a kit. Let's see, I ordered it from, let's see, yeah, this is an STM battery tie-down. That I ordered with this battery, and it also came, well, I bought with it the little terminals to put on top, positive and negative, and they included a handy dandy sticker. So, also with this kit, it has like a little mat. I was hoping for a tray, but this is the best I could find for 05 STI. I know 08 STIs and newer, you can get like a nice Grimspeed mounting kit, but this year I can't find anything that works that well. So anyways, this battery is going to be mounted on its side. So not only are we saving, we're doing some weight reduction, we're also lowering the center of gravity. And doing all this in front of the car is going to be really valuable. So today we're going to be swapping out this battery, and we'll see how well this new one works. It is extremely small. So we'll see how it goes. So let's start with removing the old battery. All right, you're gonna start by removing the ground with a 10 mil. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Okay, just push that out of the side. And then same with the positive terminal, just a 10 mil, loosen. And then wiggle that out of there. And then you can find a nice little spot to move that, and we're good. And now we have two 10 mils holding the battery down. So the current battery tie down, two 10 mils. Remove that, set that over there, little battery carrier, so we just lift and out it comes, and then there goes the old battery. Set that out of the side. Now I got that hook removed. Got this old, look at that. This little battery tray, that does not look good. That's good thing we're getting rid of that. All right, so we have like this little mat that just like lays flat right here. So I just placed that. So that's just like protection for the battery, for like vibrations and whatnot. And then the kit also came with the little tie down hooks. There's just hooks on either side that these just kind of go under and in. Let's see if I can, so there's just like a little hole where these go, and these look to be about the right length. So now what we have to do next is we have little terminals, because if you look at the current battery, oh yeah, here's a nice size comparison of the old battery and the new battery. It's just like honestly insane the amount of technology that's inside this battery, and just how far the density of batteries has come as far as performance we can get out of them. Now the cold cranking amps is significantly lower than this battery. This one is probably about 600, 500, 600 is pretty common for this kind of size battery. This is only 170, so we're gonna see how well it starts it. It's an AGM battery, so it's just like sealed, so this doesn't need any maintenance, or you don't need to add any water, which allows you to mount it this way or sideways. You just can't mount it upside down, but you can mount it any other ways. As you can see though with this battery, it's missing its terminals, and I bought terminals for it. So all it has is a little Allen key on the inside that just screws in. Oh, and another important key thing for you need to know is the black terminal is just slightly smaller than the positive terminal, just for a heads up. So we're gonna use an Allen key and screw them into place before we install this battery, and then we'll get to installation. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that off camera, and then I'll check back in with you guys. Okay guys, so we have if we go over here, we have our terminals on. That like took 30 seconds, not a problem. So right before I was gonna drop this battery in, I was gonna make sure these are long enough to reach it, because the terminals are gonna be on this side. And we have a ground here that's like preventing this from like reaching over. So I'm like, well shit, I don't wanna mount this upright, because I'm trying to lower the sense of gravity, and it'd just look a whole lot better and add extra space if we mount this sideways. So I'm thinking, well, what can we do? And I look down here, and we have another ground. You can kind of see that. It's kind of hard with the focus. Right there, there's another ground. So I'm thinking, what if I move that ground to there? It shouldn't cause a problem, but that's why I'm doing this for you guys. We're gonna find out if it does cause a problem. The positive terminal should be long enough. I'm gonna keep it on this side. It should be able to reach down. It is a little bit of a tight fit, but it should work. The main problem is the ground. So I'm gonna go ahead and move that ground down there, and hopefully this works. If it doesn't work, then I'm gonna have to mount it upright. But I've seen plenty of pictures of people mounting it sideways, so I'll keep you guys posted. Okay, so I successfully moved the ground from up top here to down below there. So now I'm gonna go ahead and drop the new battery in and see how it goes. All right, these need to be out of the way. Alright folks, I have the positive terminal on. It's going to be tightened, so I'm going to do that off camera, because this is just going to probably take me a while to get tightened. It is a tight fit, and then the tie down is just fine. You're going to need the longer tie down hook for the top one, and then the bottom one you can just use a short one, but it's in there solid. That battery's not going anywhere. Alright, now I need to go struggle with the terminals. I'll be right back when I'm done with that. Okay, I got an update for you guys. So it is really tight. There's not a lot of space for the positive connection to the positive terminal. We have the main engine wiring harness that's kind of just snugging it right there. It's extremely tight. What I had to do, and just because of the angle, I couldn't get a wrench or a socket or anything inside, because the 10 mil is on the other side, and I don't want to accidentally have the wrench or the socket connect to any ground. That would not be good for me, not good for the battery, not good for the car. So what I decided to do, I took the battery out and I disconnected. There's a little 12 mil on top of here, so you can still connect the main connection to the positive terminal, but I did it outside the car, put it in, and then these two wires, there's a 12 millimeter bolt, or excuse me, nut, and you just put those connectors back on, put the 12 millimeter nut back on, and then it's all assembled. So now I got the battery tie down in, I have the connection in. It does work, it does fit, it's a little tight. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do the ground now. And I have a AC condenser line, so I'm trying not to touch that. I'm really not trying to touch any ground. If you short circuit a battery, it's just not good. I've actually seen people melt their tools to grounds on vehicles because they accidentally short circuit the battery. So, all right, you just want it pretty snug. You don't need to really hit on it. You just, like I said, you just want it snug. You don't want that bastard coming off. So just check all your connectors. and then you're done. Woo! Alright. Alright folks, I have the negative on, the positive on, and the battery tray. Now this car's been sitting for 2 weeks, so I'm going to go ahead and remove the fuse for the ignition so I can crank it and the car won't start. So I'm going to do that to get the oil pump kind of flown a little bit, and then I'll put the fuse back in and we'll start it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera. Alright folks, I did a couple of test cranks and it cranks really strong. I'm really happy with how it cranked. I haven't started it yet, so we're going to go and try and starting it in just a second here. So just a final thing. It works just fine mounting on its side. It's an enclosed battery. It's an AGM battery, so it's all sealed. It won't leak. They're designed to be on their side. Upside, you just can't mount them upside down. So honestly, I would totally recommend this battery just so far based on what I know. But I need to run it longer, and I'll make sure to let you guys know in the comment section what I think of it a year from now, 2 years from now, if it's still running strong or whatnot. So anyways, I'm really happy with how this looks. It adds a lot of space in the engine bay. Let me now for the final test. Let's start the car and see how it runs. Pretty strong. I don't know how well you guys can hear me, but the battery is disconnected, so the ECU did a complete reset, so it's going to have to relearn all its parameters. The car is on a stage 2 tune, but it's going to have to relearn, so I'm just going to let it idle for 5-10 minutes and I might take it out for a spin, but other than that, the battery works great, so highly recommend. Alright, make sure you like and subscribe for future content, and hopefully we get some good videos put out this winter. Alright, catch you guys later.